What makes a legend in skateboarding is this combination of influence and progression. Not only have you been consistently pushing yourself, but the people coming up after you have followed it and supported it and praised it. And then you're a legend.
Seeing the lineup of the Legends demo, it's like the Hall of Fame of vert skating. It's incredible to see these people who have built this sport to be all in the same space, skating at the same time. It just gives me goosebumps. They love it enough to keep doing it when it's riskier, when it's harder.
Everyone loves a good show, and the guys that are on the ramp in the Legends demo, they know what they're doing. I don't think people realize how small skateboarding is, so you're legitimately watching the guys who paved the way. And then to be in a contest on the same ramp, it's always a trip.
It does feel pretty unique to skateboarding. Other sports, you don't get to play basketball with the guy who did the first dunk, you know? It's a pretty special thing.
They're inspiring us to realize that we can keep doing this. You know, we could skate our whole lives, and that's just the beautiful thing about skateboarding. You never leave skateboarding, so the fact that it's celebrated at Vert Alert is just such a beautiful thing to see.
We just saw some of the greatest vertical skateboarding imaginable, and now we're about to see the people that invented it all, going back to the 70s, 80s, 90s, and still ripping to this moment. Skaters like Kevin Staab, Steve Caballero, Rune Glifberg, Lizzie Pastrana, Travis, dude, it's insane. Corbin, what are we gonna see tonight?
You know what? There's so many good skateboarders here who have invented so many tricks. I'm just pumped to see it. I saw a couple of runs yesterday when no one was in here. Tony Hawk was looking good. Rune Glifberg, also in the Tony Hawk game. Smooth, backside tail slides. Mike Frazier, the list goes on and on. Lizzie Armanto's here with Lindsay.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna happen here. And the crowd has just poured in the last, like, 40 minutes. So
Right.
it's gonna be good.
You know, Steve Caballero's about to take to the ramp. He just posted something on Instagram the other day talking about the Caballero that he made up in 1980. All right? You know, that's 44 years ago, and he's on this ramp about ready to rip it for us with the greatest skateboarders of all time, especially that guy right there. We owe it all to him, Tony Hawk.
Yeah, thanks to Tony, we're here in the mix. It's pretty exciting to be here.
Corbin, you ready to send it up to Tony Hawk?
Let's do this.
Let's go, Tony Hawk, everybody.
What's up, Salt Lake City? Hey, thank you all so much for coming out. Thanks for supporting Vert Skating. We are here for the 4th year in a row. I'm super proud this event keeps growing. Vert Skating keeps getting better, and it's all because of your support. I also want to thank Taylor Randall, the president of the University of Utah, for allowing us to use his arena. And none of this would be possible without the help of the Utah Sports Commission, especially Jeff Robbins. Thank you, Jeff, for always supporting this. And we love it. I want to thank all the legends for showing up here for your entertainment, and to all the skaters that made the trip here to ride the ramp and literally risk their lives for our entertainment and for the sake of progression of vert skating. Thank you. Let's get this going.
Tony said it best. Yes, thanks to the crowd here in Salt Lake City. They're a loud group of folks, and I like it.
Now let's throw it up to Jason Ellis to intro the Legends Jam.
All right, everybody, are you ready for the greatest skateboarders that ever skateboarded. Sure, the new kids are pretty good, but these are the legends. It's cool to be good for a little bit, but if you're good for a really long time, then you become legendary. And let me tell you, that's not easy. Mike Frazier on the ramp, ladies and gentlemen, a legend in skateboarding. Right next to me over here, we have Kevin Staab, also a living legend, right next to me. In my opinion, the greatest person who is old, Bucky Lasek, the greatest, the most talented, older skateboarder alive today. Say hello to Bucky Lasek. Right next to him, the definition of legend, Steve Caballero, ladies and gentlemen. The guy. Next to him, going down, we got another person that makes legend make sense. Mike McGill, everybody, from the Bones Brigade. Remember that? Mike McGill. Next to him, going into the Olympics, what a legendary move that is. Make some noise for Andy Macdonald, everybody. From Brazil, say hello to legendary Sandro Diaz, my man. Lizzie Armanto dropping in. That's right, we got female legends in the house. Lizzie Armanto. And who else have we got over here? You guys, oh, Rune Glifberg. Everybody say hello to Rune Glifberg. Oh, and oh, Lindsay Adams, I didn't see it. Lindsay Adams, everybody. And then, of course, you might have heard of him, Tony Hawk. You know, who cares? All right, it's a pretty big deal, Tony Hawk. There you go. All right, everybody. I don't know if you know how this works, but these guys are a little older, so they're a little weak of hearing. So the louder you are, the harder they'll go. And going hard when you're 50 needs you to scream. You need to be loud for this demo, okay? Once they're warmed up, I'm gonna need people to really go for it. Because these guys are really gonna go for it for you. Andy Macdonald has more tricks than I've had hot dinners. I can't believe I just said that. Oh, it's too good. Andy Macdonald with a bunch of aerials. Flapping it out on the tuck knee, frontside tail slide, alley frontside grind. Thanks for coming. Andy Macdonald, if you don't know, likes the color yellow. I think
so.
He's going to
the
come back to the
Legends
taxi.
demo has begun. It's become a tradition.
I mean, what other sport do you see out there? What other sport does this? Yeah, you know, like NFL, NBA has a couple of things, but like these guys are doing it on the reg.
And they're doing it at a ridiculous level. When you get like those celebrity tournaments where the old guys show up, they're not blowing people's minds. Bucky is blowing minds. This Legends demo is so fun to watch, and it's so impressive. Kevin Staab, dude, he broke his femur 2 years ago, right around the same time Tony did his. Yep. He's blasted his shoulder off a couple times since. He said he's only skated about 10 times since last year's Legends demo. Yeah. And look at how good he is, dude.
Yeah, I've had a few conversations with Kevin about this. I really do love him and admire him. You know, what he's doing at his age, still out there skating and ripping. He went through mentally some tough times. Just been trying to like, do I really want to just keep pushing through this? But like, there's something that keeps coming in him, and he wants to keep doing it.
Mike Frazier's on the ramp right now.
I'll let you in on a little secret here. You know, I remember I was watching, for anyone who's a little older, but I used to wait for the VHS tapes of 411 to come to Australia and to my local skate park called Vert, where Jake Brown, Adam Luxford, Shane Serena, a bunch of iconic Australian vert skaters used to skate. And Mike Frazier has always been one of my favorites. Like the technical ability of what he's done just makes me go crazy. I'm into it. So, and I met him for the first time yesterday, so that's what I'm trying to say.
Best dude ever.
He's great. He's good.
I had the pleasure to skate with Mike Frazier every day for about 8 years at Skate Park in Tampa, and he inspired the whole scene. That's it, hands down. We all did what we were doing because we watched him putting it down like none of us ever would be able to, but we always would try. Rune Glifberg on the ramp came over with the flip team to the USA in the mid-90s with Tom Penny, Jeff Rowley, Andy Scott, and they just took over. Rune did it with one of the greatest styles to ever grace a half-pipe, and he's still killing.
Yeah, I'm with you there. All I can say is like here, like one of the greatest styles ever, and it doesn't seem like he's slowing down, just like this guy here, Sandro Diaz.
Yep, Sandro from Brazil has his own compound down there, spends a lot of time back and forth.
Maybe you and me just need to build our own compound.
Yeah, we need a compound.
Is that what's happened? It's like everyone that's good has got a compound. Let's build 2 compounds. You build one in Florida, I'll get one wherever I am. Hopefully, we're going to need a little bit more land in New York, I'll tell you that.
Oh, man.
I'll have to go back to Australia.
Hey, Steve Caballero is on the ramp, invented the Caballero in 1980. He was part of the Bones Brigade.
Yep.
Discovered by Stacy Peralta and all that. You know what? He did switch inverts when he was about 15, before switch skating existed.
I've got some more interesting facts about Steve Caballero. One of the best Australian accents that from him he can do as an American.
He's got
as I've ever heard. He goes, "G'day, mate. G'day, Corbin. How are you?"
I like it.
Every time he sees me, I love it.
Hey, Lizzie Armanto, she was in the booth earlier commentating. Now she's on the half-pipe. New legend.
I mean, yeah, absolute new legend, and still putting out video parts, ripping. I saw her and had a great conversation with her at X Games last year, and she said, "Corbin, you know it's been 10 years. Heads up." That was close.
Cameraman dodged the bullet.
Everyone's good.
By the way, that was Mike McGill on the ramp, inventor of the McTwist in 1984. Okay, take it away, Corbin.
When I spoke to Lizzie, she said, "You know, I'm really glad she didn't skate last year. She wasn't really feeling it." She said, "It's been 10 years since Park Skateboarding Women's has been in there, and she was there then, and she's still there now, dominating." So I think that is just a really cool, you know, bit of information, and the fact that she's still holding it down and one of the best skateboarders still.
You know what's the only thing harder than getting good at skateboarding is staying good. It's so hard. The older you get, the harder it becomes. No one's been better at it than Bucky Lasek. Look at that.
We said it before. Like, you know, going back to watching some of his early videos, he's dominated in video parts and contests for a long time. It's good to watch. It's fun to see.
Mike Frazier going down on the front side air. Kevin Staab back in. Okay, Kevin Staab, he invented the half cab. All right, I've always claimed this. Someday I'm going to make this happen. I want the half cab to be renamed the full Staab.
That's one of my... Oh! I was just about to say one of my favorite tricks he does is the backside ollie. Yeah, Kevin!
Truly one of the greatest dudes ever.
He's running off the ramp like he's 12. Did you see?
Look at how high he is. That's
I love that.
Okay, Sandro Diaz, one of the highest flying skateboarders of all time. The third person to ever land a 900. First it was Tony Hawk, then it was Giorgio Zattoni from Italy, and then it was Sandro.
Another person that has a compound.
Yes. I wish he was here. He was the best. Okay.
Has he been skating?
I don't know. I
love seeing. I love his whole get-up. I love his whole style.
Yeah, me too.
I like anyone who just like. He obviously loves skateboarding so much, and a lot of us do here. But to do it by yourself on your own ramp with no one else is really something different.
You're right.
Here he is, the Birdman himself. Woo! Little backside lip slide there. 5-0 to Fakey. Now, after Tony's injury that he had a couple of years ago, there was some problems with it. He got it redone again, different screws.
One might argue that he never let it even begin to heal, and he was back on his board. But
that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. I think some close friends were basically like, okay, you need to get this done properly again. He did it in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Some of the skateboarders that I've spoken to that skate with him recently, including Reese Nelson, including a lot of the people who skate this ramp, and in his Legends demo said that he's skating somewhat better than he has in a long time. And I think that's just having the inspiration back. I mean, it's skating with guys like Caballero, 59 years old. Lance Mountain, who's not here, just turned 60 years old a couple of days ago. One of my favourite all-time skaters. Also a part of the Power Products and Bones Brigade. It's special that these guys can still do it and they're holding it down, and we can witness it. I think that's really cool.
agreed. And to overcome injuries at this age it's almost impossible. It takes an insane amount of mental fortitude. Bucky Lasek is 51.
Bucky's doing this trick right there that multiple pro skaters tried in the contest in the last 2 days, or practice it today. They couldn't do it, now he's trying it. That's how good he is.
Rune switch shove into the tail slide. Ah, that's classic Rune.
Rune.
There we go, switch, pop shove.
I mean, just such a smooth style. Originally coming out of Copenhagen, Denmark. Traveled the world for years. Whoa, Sandro. There's something about him. His nickname, the Pitbull. Watching someone like Sandro do a 5-0 and then go into like a 10-foot backside air.
Yeah.
I suppose it's just like he doing a lip slide into a 900, huh? Maybe it's something in the Brazilian water.
It could be. Andy Mack. He has been in 22 X Games. He's 50. He's trying to get to the Olympics. All right. He's going next week to wherever that qualifier is, Istanbul or something, trying to make it to the Olympics.
It is insane. I was at Tony's ramp a couple of weeks ago, and I've seen them working on a new doubles routine. I mean, those two have won
every X Games gold medal for doubles ever.
Like, they just had it down. So to see them both back out there, like kind of messing with a new line that nobody's seen before for doubles, I mean, maybe we need to see it at the contest.
So Mike Frazier is one of the toughest humans on earth, and he's had more surgeries than anyone I know. Backside lip slide, revert.
I thought he was going straight out the door.
He says getting a knee scope to him is like getting an oil change. He says he's good for another 3,000 miles. He's had like 30 knee scopes.
Okay, when he says that, how long is 3,000 miles in years on a vert ramp?
6 months to a year. He gets a scope every 6 months to a year.
He's doing a lot of miles.
Dude, he does more miles than anyone. Whoa! Dude! Tony doesn't quit, obviously, but every wall, he puts it all in.
There's something about Tony, for the people who don't know at home, is the amount of work that he puts into skateboarding.
He shows up for skateboarding every time.
And not only is he showing up, he's doing demos, he's doing talks, he's doing whatever. He's bringing a team of people with him like this to do demos, and he's feeding it back into the community. And I think that's something that he's always done. And you know, I think that you know, his legacy, that's something that we'll remember too.
He's been the greatest ambassador that skateboarding could have ever hoped to have.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. definitely has been the best by far. Yeah, Rune.
Bucky's funny. We skated the ramp this morning, and he showed up and he's like, I feel terrible. and I'm like, yeah.
I hate when really good guys do that.
He dropped in. His first run was 15 walls, looked amazing, and he pops out and he's like, yuck, that felt so bad. And I'm like, are you just messing with us? Come on. That's who he is.
I feel like Jimmy Wilkins does that too. They both have got the same thing where you're like, he'll do a no-handed 540, like 8 foot out, and then be like, not feeling it today, I'm out. And we're like, all right, see you tomorrow, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Speaking of other skateboarders who are skating at Tony's ramp or this ramp, so everyone knows, it's Tom Sharp.
I wish he was here. He's at that Olympic thing, right?
Yeah, he's not here. For the viewers, he will be at X Games, I believe, so you'll be able to see him there, hopefully, definitely in Park, hopefully in Vert too. But he's, word on the street is he's been working on some moves.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, every time I click on Instagram, he's doing some NBD. He did the switch front nose one over the channel on this.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
I've seen a couple of things I'm not even allowed to say. And I'm like, keep your eyes peeled because there's a video part coming soon, I'm sure, with something or someone. And he's going to have a lot of great stuff.
Can't wait.
I mean, for the Legends demo too, Paul, you'd think that they wouldn't be as going as hard as the women's or the men, but like...
Here's the thing, though. None of these guys became legends by taking it easy.
Yeah.
They all have something burning inside that will never be put out.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know that.
You cannot skate vert for 50 years without being kind of something wrong with you that motivates you.
I love that. Something wrong with you that motivates you.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be coming from a bad place, but it still gets you up there.
It does.
I don't know. Everybody's different, but it takes something special to risk it, because every time you skate, you can slam your brains out. Yesterday, Tony took the most hideous slam.
Textbook Rune Glifberg there. I'm so sorry.
No,
let's hear it.
He shouldn't be skateboarding today because he got body rocked and then flipped into the channel, and he's 56.
And if you heard us on the live broadcast before, when he was in here, he laughed at himself. But he shouldn't be out there. He had a rough hit yesterday. But he loves the fans. Everyone's here. Here we are. We're doing doubles. Sandro.
The 360 burial.
I love when he starts to get on a roll, Sandro. You never know what he's going to do. Tony dropping back in on the ramp.
Alley backside air.
Fans
oh, the
screaming.
tail block over the gap. That's crazy. Wait, that's that trick that Gon suggested maybe. He's got to kick a foot off. What's it called? I just saw it on their podcast. The mood landing, I think. If he kicks it, frigid judo, tail block slide over the channel, I think we have a mood landing.
I mean, what a great conversation Tony Hawk and Mark Gonzalez, huh? I mean,
For
for
real.
any fans out there, that just must have been pretty special in itself.
Yeah.
Even for Tony, he said that was like a moment that he wanted to.
All right, Mike McGill on the ramp. He's OG Florida. I knew his parents. They ran a skate park in Tampa. Mike McGill.
He's followed in their footsteps.
Yeah, he has. He invented the McTwist. That's all you need to really say. But he has 30, 40, 50 years of skate history. He was OG Bones Brigade. He was in Animal Chin. Just so great. So cool to see him still ripping. And this is Lizzie, Armanto.
We went to, or I popped into the Jason Ellis comedy show last night here in Salt Lake City. And he was talking about Mike McGill and how he learned American, or to speak in American, on the phone, because when you speak on a telephone, when you speak Australian, they don't really understand what you're saying. You'd have to, you know...
repeat that.
You'd have to repeat yourself a few times. The way he learnt was watching Animal Chin and the way that Mike McGill spoke in it.
What? I wonder what it was about McGill.
It was like, everyone was there. Everyone was obviously a lot of skateboarders at that comedy show, so it was quite funny. It was good.
That is very funny.
Frazier. One of the best technical vert skaters. He's up there with Colin McKay for me. I love
He's made up and invented more tricks than just about anyone. Like, he is on that list with Tony Hawk, Colin McKay, Danny Way, in the world of vert. He's had so many video parts too for so many brands, from Element to Toy Machine to Birdhouse to Powell, and on and on.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he was one of those guys. The reason why I wanted to get on Element was because of Mike Frazier. I was like, that brand is sick and it's unbelievable. So
hey, a little birdie just told me that average age of the skaters in this demo is 50. Okay, 50. But
did you just work that out in your head again?
Again, I
So
did it again.
smart.
Hey, I'm welcoming Mitchie Brusco into the booth. Thanks for being here, Mitchie. You killed it tonight in the semis. Great to see you.
Wow, thank you guys for having me. Vert Alert's always especially fun when you can skate well, because I mean, rarely they're judging an entire contest. So when you can feel that momentum building and building and building, as a skater, it's crazy too.
We look like, Corbin said, it looked like you're feeling it out there.
Yeah, it's important to have fun. For me, it's important to have fun. Sometimes I can get too tight, too focused, and then I lose my feet. So if I just have fun and keep my power, don't get so scared. It's nice.
Now let's talk legends. Who's your favorite out here? Who matters to you the most personally? Mitchie Brusco.
So it's crazy for me to see a group of guys that I used to compete against. So when I look at Bucky and Andy and Rune, especially, and Sandro, I have so many memories of being 13, 12, 13, 14.
Mind you, some of them still should be out there competing with you.
Look, I'm not going to say any names, but I had.
Well, you don't want them in. Let's keep them in this division.
I had some questions this week.
Yeah, did you?
Bucky is smashing it. Switch frontside invert.
I mean,
switch eggplant.
What? I think the question. Sorry, Bucky going mad there. The question that I have, and I've been lucky enough to be there for some of your greatest moments in contests too. Like, what did you pick up? What did you learn from some of these guys?
You know, just what it takes to show up every single time. I think a lot of these guys, we can do it once or twice.
Yes.
But when you look at a 10-year, 20-year career, it is so impossibly difficult to keep showing up.
30-year, 40-year.
And everyone who keeps showing up like that is so respectable on and off the board. They treat themselves right. They treat other people right. It really is the fundamentals like that. And like that's what it's not. We all know where to put our feet for a kickflip. That's not the issue. It's the stuff that's harder and more consistent.
Yeah.
That I picked up.
Mitchie, were you a big doubles fan? Would you like to see it back in the mix?
I would love to be in doubles.
Who would you pick to skate with?
Speaking of doubles,
sorry
to interrupt.
Get back to the
get back to the action.
We have Tony Hawk and Andy Macdonald, the kings of doubles.
To be able to watch this from the booth.
Oh!
Talk about how deadly doubles can get when things go wrong.
There are so many tiny things you have to do to stay safe when you're skating with someone else. And the problem is, Tony and Andy know all the things, but it's not like everyone knows it. So when you run a doubles contest, half of the field is starting to run into each other, and the other half knows all the little tricks. It gets crazy. I mean, I would definitely choose Jimmy Wilkins.
That makes sense.
There is no doubt about it.
There is no doubt about it.
Yeah, I love that.
To be able to control your height, go higher or lower, have your tricks consistent enough, and be able to work around someone else's mistakes, it takes so much skill.
What I like about double skateboarding is the camaraderie between the two of them. And when I watched Andy and Tony the other day at his ramp when they were like practicing possibly for this moment or something else that's coming up, Tony like nearly hit him on the head on the front side there and was like, oh, well, that's what you get. You should have been lower. Like, these guys are having so much fun while they're doing it too. And that's what it's about.
There's no question. You're not used to working with other people on a skateboard. And when it's almost like when you get the opportunity to, the risk is worth how fun it is.
Absolutely.
I want to give you a shout out for your tutorials on how to do tricks.
Thank you.
I'm always so impressed. I'll be honest. You're talking about tricks that I've done, and you're telling me things that I never realized, and I'm like, that is really, really good and helpful info. It's not the just, I'm going to tell you how to do this trick. Set up your feet and do this. No. You drill down. Is that how your brain works all the time, or do you put extra effort into thinking about tricks?
Rune!
That was a great question though, Paul. Sorry, Rune Glifberg just did a switch kickflip.
Rune's ripping. Yeah. I should be quiet.
No, it is true though.
Oh my God.
I've watched his tutorials, and I said it to him the other day. I'm really impressed on it.
Let's watch this doubles.
Yeah, let's watch this doubles.
This is magic every time.
Tony hot on his tail. Under over.
There it is.
Oh!
2 in a row.
What have they got? Is there anything else happening here? Okay.
Oh, they turn it into follow the leader.
And
there's another
whoa,
one.
that was close.
Are you kidding?
Dude.
Oh! Are you kidding?
I have a feeling you're going over.
I bet there's more.
And oh!
There is nothing like it.
Tony Hawk and Andy Macdonald. I'd get on my feet.
Dude.
I mean, there's something about seeing the two greatest in doubles ever to do it. Unbelievable. So sick.
That is hectic.
For this to be my first time doing a broadcast, and it's Tony and Andy doing doubles, is like, it's a bit of a dream.
Yeah, that was a magical moment for sure, especially Tony coming back after everything he's gone through.
It's so impressive.
All right, so Mitchie, is that how your brain works?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you put in extra time for do you think about it beforehand? I'm sure you do, but.
Yep. So I think about it like that. But the team of Skate IQ, the 3 of us, the filmer and the co-founder ask really good questions that new skaters would ask. Right. So I've never thought about it like that, but you know, once the carrot is dangled, usually I know where to take it.
They put fresh eyes on it, helps
Exactly.
you see it from a different perspective.
Yep, and a lot of hours coaching students this year, and I swear everyone finds a new way to mess it up. And over time, it's just, I've learned so much about how a skateboard works.
Yeah. I'll give you credit for doing something that a lot of other people are doing, but you're the person who's actually contributing something super valuable. So I'll leave it at that.
I appreciate that
100%.
so much.
Back to Steve Caballero, frontside invert. Oh, he's gonna get it. You can feel it when he's like, I want to make this. I don't want to go up there 2, 3, 4 more times and have to try that. You want to make it now, because when you start failing the trick, especially at this age, I see it as like you're digging a hole. You're digging yourself into a hole, and there's only one way to get out of it, and that's you got to land it. And each time it gets a little harder to make though, because you're deeper in the hole.
Is this like finals time where everyone's just like throwing down no matter what? Hey guys, relax.
You know what doesn't go away with age?
What?
Is the need to stand on everything.
We were talking about that before, and it's like it's built in these guys.
Yeah, these guys can't get rid of it.
There is no point in standing on the ramp at a demo or a contest if you're not going to stand on it. And they still just walk around like that and believe it every day.
This might be Rune's last run, one of the smoothest. I've been really lucky because I've been able to work with him the last couple of years with the brand that I'm working with, and he's just so good. He's the ultimate professional, Rune.
And cool.
He's slick.
He's so cool.
Very cool. I'm actually hoping that we're trying to work out the Copenhagen Pro this year, and hopefully I can hang out with Rune and do that tour they're doing. So that'll be fun.
You know what? We talk about the mental strength of all these skaters, though. Kevin Staab is a little bit of an exception in that he really he lets the doubt creep in. I can relate to that. It makes it a real struggle to skate in front of big crowds when you're not always feeling your best. To see him up there smashing it is just such a beautiful thing, though. There we go, 80s run, Miller flip.
Where's the 360 shove it? There it is.
Yeah! Thanks for coming. I'm out of here. The crowd goes absolutely wild.
McGill.
I mean, after having a fall like he did yesterday and skating today, he's unbelievable. Yeah, Tony. Incredible. Mike McGill. Stevie Cab's back in. He wants it. He's not happy with that last one, so he's going to...
We want this frontside in. Oh, man. That frontside invert.
And you know what? How about that? When you're trying to set up for a trick and you don't even get to it because you fall on a setup, you're deep in the hole, man.
Yeah, I know that feeling really well.
We all do. We all do, right?
Yeah. Sandro, the pitbull from Brazil.
McTwist to the moon.
The fillers and keeping your speed takes practice. The hard tricks take the effort to just stand on it. So the hardest part of the run a lot of times is getting to the hard trick.
That's a great point.
What a superstar. I always love watching Sandro more than anything.
What?
Andy.
Okay, that's the lean rodeo. He used to call that one the candy flip. But get this, he said, because you can't say candy without Andy.
That's what he said.
It's the most Andy Macdonald thing I've ever heard.
That's why everyone changed his name pretty quickly, huh? I do love Andy more than anything though, and I'm psyched that he runs his program that hard. You know, it's fun. It's good times.
His trick bag is still about as big as anyone's.
Right?
He hasn't lost one trick as far as I know. I can't think of one thing he doesn't do that he used to. Look at that, frontside boneless, frontside invert, fall guy. That's what we're talking about. Nobody does that trick.
Bucky is so athletic.
Oh!
He is, yeah. All right, let's get Cab going on this frontside invert.
All right, Cabby, come on.
Oh, he almost grinded it into the off the edge of the ramp.
I'm not saying this happened to Cab, but something you guys wouldn't know is the altitude affects your speed so much. Every trick carries faster. The pump you're used to is now gaining more speed than you expect. It starts to build on itself. So your third and fourth wall, you're like in a zone you've never been in before.
Wow.
So not only is it hard to breathe, you got to change your timing and your power coming in and out of all of your tricks.
And when you're so used to doing it in a certain altitude, I'm sure that's extremely hard.
It's really hard. It took definitely a full 2 days. and you notice the finals isn't like you'd expect. Some of the guys that are really strong on this ramp, it's just hard to make the adjustments.
Yep. I like that insight, Mitchie. It hasn't stopped Cab though. He's back on the ramp again, which I do like.
Wow.
Mike Frazier. Sandro's back in. There must be some sort of record that he's gone from one side of this ramp to the other, right? It's fast. It's really fast.
I never watched Sandro skating without saying this one. Oh, he just did the Narjar.
That is it.
First go.
Mitchie, talk to us about that trick.
The fact that he is the only one that can consistently do it legitimately, and he just still throws it out of nowhere.
How difficult is that trick? You're like, I'm talking to one of the best skateboarders, top skateboarders in every single final, Mitchie Brusco. How difficult is that trick?
Usually there's one big thing you have to worry about with a trick. With a Narjar, there's 3 or 4.
Okay.
So your error, the amount of error that you can have is like 0.
Right.
And that's why he doesn't practice it. You don't see him doing Narjars 7 times a session.
He's just doing it with his 10,000 people or 5,000 people.
Throws it out in finals, rolls away, stands on the coping properly. It's amazing.
In the finals of the non-finals of the Legend in Salt Lake City.
This could be their own contest.
McGill back in, backside air. Dude, these guys skated Animal Chin. That was 1987. That ramp was tiny compared to this. That's probably, at most, a 10-foot transition, 2 feet of vert, but it could have been a 9.5-foot transition, 2 feet of vert.
Have you skated the one at Woodward? The replica?
Yeah.
I mean, that's tight.
Yeah.
Even a couple of these guys were like having troubles. Here's Cabby! Ah!
I love the passion.
When they skated that ramp, I was actually there the first day when they were filming for Tony Hawk's documentary as well. And we went there with the whole Brunswick crew, including Stacy. And it took a moment for everyone to be like, oh, okay, we're used to skating 13.5 foot. It's a bigger transition. This thing is tight. What were we doing back then? So it took a moment to get used to it.
Rune is on fire right now. So, I don't even want to say it, but this just in. According to the chat, good work, guys. There's 4 broken femurs on the deck in this jam. Let's see.
Let's just keep it. Let's just, guys, for everyone in the truck back there, I love you, but let's just keep it at like the ages. I like that one. I love you guys. It's funny though. I like it.
I know Tony and Staab broke femurs, but who else?
Come on, let's do more research. If we're gonna say it, we need to know everyone.
Yeah, according to YouTube, you guys. Oh, Andy just did a 7. He carves them too, which is sick. Okay, Lizzie Pastrana. She's building a vert ramp right now. She said she's only skated vert 3 times since last year's Legends Jam. So, yeah, it's really hard to step to vert when you haven't been on it every week. Come on.
She just tried a kickflip indie, and fun fact, I was there for her first kickflip indie ever.
Really?
20 years ago.
I mean, she was. There's been a lot of talk, I think recently, and I think it's open between all of us and everyone who loves skateboarding. You know, specifically in female skateboarding, the level has progressed so hard. She was the one who first did the 540 for females.
Yeah.
She pushed that.
Also the kickflip indie.
You know, before that you had Cara Beth Burnside. You know, after that you had Lizzie Armanto, among many other great female skateboarders. And now you've got, you know, Arissa True, you've got Reese Nelson. Like, it's the limits are being pushed, and it's happening quicker and quicker.
You know, Arissa is so good. I asked her if she finds 9s or switch 5s harder.
Yeah, I love this. This is great. I love this.
Like, I've never met anyone who can do both of them.
Right.
And it's like, I could ask Arissa what she thinks.
And what she said.
And it's so cool, because it's like the 9s are so tiring. They're so exhausting. So you have to put so much
That's
energy.
your point of view, or she said?
We agreed on that.
Oh, did you?
That they take so much energy, and they're so scary.
Yes.
That you get exhausted if you don't make it quick. Where the Switch 5 doesn't take as much energy, but technically it's a little tougher.
Yes.
So, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
No, I love that. Really cool. I mean, the 9 looks like it takes a lot. The only person that doesn't look like it takes a lot was for,
Emma Kawakami.
Al. Pronounced Al, sorry.
Oh.
Well, and Emma. Both of them.
Emma.
They both
Ow.
were throwing them around like nothing. So, but Mitchie's got a really clean 9 too. And Guy whips 9s like nobody's business.
I mean, the last time Tony did a 9, he was 47 years old.
He paid a heavy price for it. But one of the greatest like intros to a movie ever is him battling that trick.
It is.
Man.
It is really cool. Here's Stevie Caballero. The crowd is behind him.
One of the greatest frontside inverts to ever ride. So let's get it right here. Yes!
Stevie Caballero. He wanted that one. He was putting that down no matter what.
Here comes the Caballero.
Oh.
He's 59.
Yes, Stevie. Wow.
Nothing but respect. To be able to read the moment like that too, that was the time to put it down.
Hey, I think maybe, did Stevie break his femur doing a motorcycle accident? I think he might have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm grasping here.
We're not talking about any broken bones anymore. I'm done. Let's get over this. We can talk about it after.
Dude, Frazier was in the danger zone right there. That was scary.
We call that a dead sailor.
Yeah. All right, Bucky back in. I mean, no one does heel flip frontside cabs still. No one does it.
It was Bucky and Shaun White in the heyday.
Yeah.
It's the only 2 guys I've seen do it.
Switch bump. Oh, switch kick flip. If anyone you have to go and watch some of the video parts that these guys and girls have put together over the years if you haven't seen them. If you're new to skateboarding and you're watching this, please do yourself some favor, jump on YouTube and do some research. Because watching people like Rune Glifberg's video parts or Tony or Cab, it's something special.
Look, they're cooking up something, I think.
Looks like these guys are squabbling or debating something or working on a... What do they got
Are they
going on?
trying to figure out where they're going for dinner? Is that it?
Maybe they're trying to decide who's buying.
Are we doing sushi or the steakhouse? Is that it?
We'll see.
Bucky is the most competitive person I've met, over my years of competing. He wants it so bad.
Andy Mack up to his old tricks. There's the manual.
The hardest part about doing a manual on Vert is coming in. Because if you shoot out, or lean in and
Get caught on top there.
Yeah,
a back truck, leaving a back truck up there. No, thank you. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of just need enough speed. If you don't have enough speed, you're in trouble.
He was barely rolling, but he's good like that.
Rune just wanting this. Loving the demo situation.
You could tell he's been skating a lot. He's looking really comfortable on his board, totally back on it. It's so fun to watch him skate like this.
I know we've only got a couple of minutes to go, Paul. We're going to say goodbye to Mitchie Brusco now. Mitchie, thanks so much for having us. Hey, I am really, really excited to see you tomorrow.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you
and
guys
good
for
luck
having
tomorrow.
me. Yeah, I look forward to it. I'm going to go get some rest.
Yep.
Try and start it out strong. Awesome. Okay, talk to you guys soon.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Mitchie. Some really, really great insights there. You know, I love the conversation between him and Arissa on, you know, two probably, I mean, the people that can do 900s and switch McTwists are very limited.
You know the first, well, oh, look what we got going on here right now. Bucky's dropping in, and then I feel like Andy's setting up for something. And could Sandro be setting up for something?
Yeah, we've got three. We've got 3 people on the ramp at once. I bet you that Sandro's going to go highest.
He's got the hardest job. He has to go high.
Whoa!
Oh, dude!
I was terrified for Bucky's
Bucky.
50-50 out of that. Wow.
Bucky did a crail slide under Andy and got his helmet skimmed.
Terry, the stadium was on their feet. Bucky's going to be terrified about that 50-50. I was like, I would have hated to jump in that channel.
You know, there's like shows that they hype something up for the crowd that's actually like all fluff. That is so gnarly, I can't even begin to imagine. Any spot you are, if you're in the middle, good luck. Send it up to Tony Hawk.
Especially thank Taylor Randall of the University of Utah for loaning us this arena for the first time. We'd love to come back. We appreciate it. And Jeff Robbins of the Utah Sports Commission, he is literally the reason we've been here every single year. He's the reason that Vert Alert is in Salt Lake City, so thank you, Jeff. You guys are supporting Vert skating. Hey, what do you think? You think Vert should be in the Olympics now? Me too. All right, make sure you come back tomorrow for women's and men's Vert finals and best trick. You're gonna see better tricks than that. Thank you.
Give it up, everybody, for Tony Hawk.
Man of the moment. I mean, what a demo he just put on there. The last run did it for me with the doubles run with Andy Mack and him. Really, really something special to watch. I mean, we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legends up there that don't want to get on the ramp.
Skaters want to skate. You don't become a legend by bailing out early.
That's it. I mean, tomorrow is going to be unbelievable. I can't wait. I can't wait for the women's. I can't wait for the men's. Watching the semi-finals today, and I know a few of those skateboarders, both in men's and women, were some of them were at 50% to 75%.
Right.
So I feel like tomorrow, if they're going to push to 90 and 100, then we're going to be in for a really, really special show.
Absolutely. The best skaters in the world. Now we're down to the top 8 in men's and women's. And remember, the stakes. The top 6 skaters tomorrow guarantee their ticket to X Games in Ventura. So that's a big deal. You can make the finals and you still haven't quite finished the job yet. It's going to be a great day. So today we saw it all. We saw the best skaters trying to make it to tomorrow's finals. I mean, always the highlight though today here in Utah is the Legends Jam. We're seeing the people that invented all of it.
Yeah.
They made up. I bet the people on the ramp in the Legends demo invented 50% of the tricks that exist on Vert, if not more,
If
maybe
not
60,
more.
70, 80%. But yeah, come on.
I mean, yeah, it's something special. It's really, really something special. You know, I said it earlier and touched on it briefly that, you know, when do you see in any other sport the legends of the sport for 1, 2, 3, 4 decades, still skating at a level that is so incredibly high. Like it's really something special, and that's something special about skateboarding in general. That you can have a 9-year-old female vert skater from Perth, Australia, skating with Tony Hawk here, that is well into his 50s and still skating.
As long as you can show up and put it down, you're in the club. But you know what? It's the hardest thing in the world to do that. To be on a ramp this size, skating at this level in front of the crowd and your peers and absolute legends, it's tough. Look at that. Rune Glifberg, switch shove it. Tony Hawk almost getting smoked on the Indy, hanging on, and he just kept going. Rune,
these are some of the best highlights for the Legends demo. Sandro, 360 barrel.
Insane. Lizzie Armanto, the first woman to do the loop. She's been on the cover of Thrasher. She skated in the Olympics. Who could say they've done all those things?
She has a pro shoe.
Yes.
She has a pro shoe and Vans. I think she's had the high top version come out. Now the low top version's out.
What's left?
I feel like Lizzie is on her way to Tony, as in like she's bigger than skateboarding. She's definitely she transcends, and not many people can do that in any sport.
That's what it takes to be a legend. And like Cab's frontside invert right there. Here we go. Here's the triples. Whoa.
Oh.
Watch Bucky on the bottom.
The other look that we couldn't see everyone what was going on. Oh yeah, Bucky nearly did get a haircut on that one. Then he goes into the 50-50. He had no speed on that. I was terrified. I bit all my nails on that off. What an amazing day of skating.
Best day ever. Future legends on the ramp tomorrow. Women's finals, then men's finals. The top 8 from both groups out of today. Tomorrow, the top 6 will be punching their tickets to the X Games in Ventura. Join us at 3 p.m. Mountain Time from Salt Lake City.